between the Indianapolis Colts and the Washington football team.
Blankenship set to kick off.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
The ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Mixon on the carry.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 29-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Brings up 2nd and
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run with Mixon. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Didn't quite get the touchdown, but now they're really knocking on the door.
And if you're the play caller, now you're thinking to yourself, what is your sequence? Because you're not just thinking one play.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Washington nothing. Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That'll be complete to Breida. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down.
For a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Colts 7, Washington nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Breida. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try to run with Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. I got you. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Get this. 79 Bronco. 22. Mike 22. We don't want this. Mike 22.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Kaepernick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Fielded at the 33.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's get there. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. So
now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And 13.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Colts send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's fielded at the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Like 22, he's coming. 18, it's just me and you. Like 22, like 22. You.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes this Washington 16, Colts 7. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Arrington Evans on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Colts.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken just shy of the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
Shut him down! Let's do this!
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Like 22, like 22. And let's get that home.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A huge play there on the screen pass. 64 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's Mixon on the counter. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. They go play action with Burrow. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's caught inside the 20. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Breida. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
From the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And
back to Mixon on 1st down. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Room to run again. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joe Mixon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. From the 10. And And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Colts 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start on the ground with Breda. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running.
35 yards.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
13 yards there on a Washington 1st.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And Burrow going to throw again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Colts.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Joe Mixon.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
18 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 17-yard line.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's third down.
It's Kaepernick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Third quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Is in on the stop. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 1.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Connection made with Chenault. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46.
Check. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now Burrow throw going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
The onside kick recovered by Washington.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.